When the PSVR2 launched in 2023, it broke my heart. On paper, it was the future of VR gaming. OLED displays, eye tracking, adaptive trigger support, and the headset even supports haptic feedback.
Don't look down.
But in practice, it cost more than a PS5, the library was mid at best, and honestly, it just wasn't very comfortable. That's why I ended up returning my original PSVR2 pretty quickly. Fast forward a few years and the PSVR2 is regularly available open box for around $200. So I decided to revisit Sony's failed headset to see if time has healed the initial wounds. In this video, I'll tell what I learned and whether I think this headset is worth buying in the year 2026. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for all things gaming here at Tom's Guide. Let's get into it. Let me start by reintroducing you to the PSVR2. It's Sony's second generation virtual reality headset with a stacked spec lineup, dual OLED HDR displays, and 110-degree field of view. It has two Sense controllers which bring the immersive haptics of the DualSense into the world of VR, including full motion and finger tracking. And because it's a single cable setup that runs directly to your PS5, it's still the fastest way to jump into high-end VR. And now, it's also one of the most affordable ways. The headset that once felt massively overpriced can now be found open box for around $200, even closer to $150 during the holidays. And that's before bundle offers. Don't you guys think that changes the conversation entirely? Because now, if I'm looking at how I'm going to spend my money, the PSVR2's features suddenly sound very appealing against headsets in the same price tier, especially for PS5 owners who already have the ecosystem ready to go. But the PSVR2's initial lack of success wasn't just the cost. For example, one of my biggest issues was comfort. If you've got glasses like me, this headset was a real pain to adjust. And once you did, it wasn't exactly the most comfortable experience.
Breaking a sweat here.
It's taken some time, but these days, you can get some low-cost accessories that make the PSVR2 more wearable. First, prescription lenses from Hans VR for $50 that pop in and out. No more needing to put on contact lenses or fight through comfort with glasses. Just a one-and-done solution to make those playing sessions simple and pleasant. Second, the Global Cluster CMP2, also around $50. It's a padding mod for your headset, and the difference in head pain and pressure, or lack thereof, is night and day. It's great that I can actually survive wearing it for more than 5 minutes now. But is there a reason to? The biggest improvement in PSVR2 in 2026 might honestly be the game library. Resident Evil 4 and 8, Horizon Call of the Mountain, and Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge are still some of the best VR games out there, but there are so many more options now that I am looking forward to checking out, like Little Nightmares VR Altered Echoes, Myst and Riven, and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, with many, many others. And horror fans, there are a lot of great options with VR, but if you want something genuinely tense, Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted remains nightmare fuel in VR. Seriously guys, this is intense, as I found out for myself.
Man.
I know at least a few of you are thinking, Phil, what's the point of this? Why don't you just get a Quest? Valid question. The Quest 3S is the default budget standalone option for VR gaming, but there are a few ways the PSVR2 wins. The screen. Quests use LCD panels. They're sharp, but the blacks look gray. And the PSVR2 has OLED HDR, so when you're playing Resident Evil, there's a level of immersion the Quest just can't touch. The power. The Quest's performance is impressive for a mobile chip, but the PSVR2 is powered by your PS5 or PS5 Pro, so we're talking console quality textures and lighting all on your face. The price. Assuming you already own a PS5, again, you don't need to spend more than like $200 for a PSVR2. Meta just raised the Quest 3 price by $50, and I certainly can't find a refurbished one for less than $300. So if you want a high-end gaming theater and you already have a PS5 sitting under your TV, the PSVR2 is the clear winner for the price. Me from 3 years ago wouldn't believe I'm saying this, but in 2026, I think the PSVR2 finally makes sense. At least enough sense for the price. In fact, the price to performance ratio is pretty remarkable, especially in a world where the price of everything seems to be going up. If you already own a PS5, the PSVR2 in 2026 is the best bang for your buck in virtual reality. Just don't buy it at MSRP, and definitely don't skip the comfort mods. If you guys found this video helpful, help me out by dropping a like and hitting that subscribe button so you can be sure not to miss any other videos. And as always, I'm Phil Rodriguez, this is Tom's Guide, and I will see you in the next video.
Man.